Hello everybody, this is a new X2 play part, and I am playing this game, and joining us today is Bobbledink.
Hello YouTube watchers, it's your boy Bobbledink here.
Janinjuice.
Hello everybody!
And Kiwi Dragon.
Hello. I'm going to try to go a full episode without saying anything about the wiki.
And the Wiki Man. I'm going to my hometown. Well, one of them anyway. There's another one.
He's off to Glasgow.
I'm also doing Fracture Hills as well.
Glasgow. It does rhyme with Magma.
That's Edinburgh.
This level's meant to be Irish, I heard.
Oh God, is it?
Yes,
Right,
I
hang on,
also
sorry,
learned
let me
that
put the
recently.
accent on.
But it's Scottish accents. That's the thing.
Now, what we have to do, we have to do like a voice check. So let the guy speak first, and then Lucas can voice the other one, the other guy, the next guy.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Spyro. I suppose you're here for the party. I'm afraid it's been cancelled because the stupid Earthshaper set off the volcano.
Yes. Pretty Scottish, not gonna lie.
When did you get in the call?
This was supposed to be Irish, though. You said.
Meant to be.
That sounds very Scottish to me.
It does. It sounds like a weird blend of if an Irishman shagged a Scotswoman and then their child was.
You sure you're not Irish with that kind of joke set up?
What? I don't think
No, I'm
that's gonna be.
fucking Welsh. We joke about shagging shit.
Well, it sounds like you're saying the aristocrats joke.
Why can this guy not be
you
flamed?
know. And the father started this fucking. Yeah.
Well, they are made of stone.
Interesting.
I don't
act.
know what
What
that
do you
joke
call it?
is.
We're the aristocrats.
I'm trying to get him. There we go.
I
Somebody
don't know what you're referring to, but I need to go watch that.
like there, right there. We should put some like Benny Hill music over that chase Lucas just did.
Oh, definitely. That needs.
I might have to
highlight.
pause though.
Yeah.
Sorry, I might have to pause. Can I pause for a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Later.
Apologies for the transmission right there. An unexpected delay in the Scottish landscape occurred just now. So now it's time to
Nicholas
continue
Sturgeon
this.
got back in, did she?
Oh, I hope not.
Don't tell
No.
me Alex Salmon got in instead.
No,
Oh, no.
he's part of a party called Alba now, actually.
Oh, really?
An independence party that is intended to do what the SCP didn't. And thanks for killing me there.
Nice.
It's-
A
It's
bit like
the
something
game's
else,
way
but
of
I'm not
saying,
gonna-
please don't talk anymore about politics.
That's what that was like, right?
We had enough with Brit politics.
It's bad enough we're under Ripto's fucking dictatorship without you
His
talking
rule,
about politics.
Oh man.
Because Ripto would be like the most authoritarian dictator, wouldn't he?
Oh yeah, but you know what? I still loved your theory back in the first episode about, you know, it'll be a year after Spyro like saved, you know, Avila. And things haven't really changed, and like, oh, we're better under Ripto, weren't we? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that has so many like undertones of you know, like you know when like a really bad guy gets killed, right? Like say Saddam Hussein. Like, I'm not going to talk about this for too long, but then like there's such a like culture war, or like, you know, like everyone goes mental. That's what that kind of feels like to me. Like Ripto keeps the peace by being as chaotic as he is.
Like it's funny that
Nobody
we go
likes
back
change.
to the, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny we go back to the whole we were better off under Ripto. I'm already seeing people going, man, you know, just talking about New Zealand here. We were better off under Labour, because they're already looking at some of the stuff that our new government's got going on, being like, shit, I know we wanted to vote for a change, lads, but maybe this was too much of a fucking change.
And that's the thing, like I know Zed talked about this once in ISGP 2. It's funny that like another Spyro related thing, and the same game actually. Like he talked about how like nobody in New Zealand really liked Jacinda, and it's like, but she's great. Like what?
Nobody liked Jacinda.
Well, a lot of people didn't like her. That's what he said.
A lot of people. I wouldn't say nobody didn't. I voted her in twice.
No, he did like her. That's what he was confused by the hate she gets. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I thought he was saying he didn't like her. I'm like, mate, I voted her in twice. So you're talking to the
no,
person.
I think I think he was Labour. Yeah, to be honest with you.
I mean, I voted him again this year, and of course, yeah.
He's very left, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean that in a good way as well.
I don't describe myself as left. I describe myself more idealistically as centrist, but then I look at the centrist parties in this country and go, "You're not centrist. You're pretending to be centrist for the fucking votes."
I've always considered myself centre left, but yeah.
Which is hilarious whenever somebody says to me, "You're just being centrist because you can't make your mind up," and I'm like, "No, it's because I believe that there are merits on both sides."
Yeah.
Like I do believe that
quite a bit more left wing, but yeah.
I think there is some stuff that the right may have an idea on, but I think they sometimes go about the wrong way about it. And then in regards to the left, I think they have some brilliant stuff, but sometimes they also have some stuff that makes me scratch my head and go, "Wait, what's that about?"
Actually, like before I get back to Spyro, Rodri made a good point about that recently in the Juicy Square chat. Actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what you're kind of talking about.
I sent like a 10-minute voice.
You feel like Corbyn isolates certain parts of the voter base, which I think is kind of what Kiwi Dragon's kind of talking about when it comes to some leftist views.
I was thinking, like, if I was speaking of politicians.
Also, can I just say it's very inaccurate for a Scottish level to be this hot.
I know, right?
Somewhere deep under Scotland is a volcano.
Somewhere deep in the jungle.
And when Frankie Boyle says the magic words, the earth will open wide like a gaping vagina and swallow him whole.
Isn't it funny to think that a volcano erupting is just the earth farting?
Yeah.
Is that what you...
It is, yeah.
Hey Lucas, is that what you do in elevators in real life? You just can't be bothered with waiting for it, just hop off, yeah.
I mean, this whole thing here, like, when I was a kid, I actually thought this was kind of tough.
This reminded me so much of the level from Enter the Dragonfly, where you climb up a volcano thing.
I'd rather exit the Dragonfly.
It wasn't even, it was like one of the side areas.
Yeah.
Jurassic Jungle, was that the one?
I think it was called
Park.
Jurassic Jungle, yeah.
Yeah, with all the
Jurassic Park.
With all the dinosaurs that have got like Terminator style sort of like add-ons. Yeah.
It's a great level. I'd like to have seen more levels like that.
It's actually my favourite level of Enter Dragonfly, which is not saying a lot because most of them are shit.
Oh, to be honest, all of the best levels of Enter the Dragonfly come later on in that game.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
which
my
is hilarious
favorite,
because like when people say that they talk about Enter the Dragonfly and they talk about the most iconic levels, they talk about like Crop Circle Country and Luau. Is it Island?
Closing the lid on.
Oh yeah, Luau Island.
Things were getting a little too hot around here. By the way, here's a talisman I was saving for the party later. I think you deserve it more.
I was going to say, Lucas, you don't need to put on the accent. It is your accent.
No, I did start talking in my regular accent.
Yeah. No, it's
I'm curious though. Like, if you were to do an Irish accent, Lucas, what would it sound like?
Terrible.
Oh, God.
I tried to do one.
Do it.
Well, the best I can do is call and it's how could you?
See, I'd just say that's a Connor accent rather than an Irish accent. It's going to be so annoyed I said that because it's like, I am Irish.
How could you?
Yeah.
I'm trying to dig into my repertoire.
I am Irish.
Yeah.
Whenever I try to do an Irish accent, I like, for some reason, I just for some reason turn Scottish.
Go on, do an Irish then, Johnny. Go on.
Okay. Hey, Spyro. Welcome to the Magma Con. I see you I see you have come here for the party. At least you would be if it wasn't for these flipping Earth Shapers. Something like that. It sounds like.
Yeah, I've seen. I can actually see what you mean.
I can hear it.
Okay.
And I can see what you mean by the Scottishness of it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, like I
Makes
get
sense.
like it's hard for me to like I can hear the difference, but man, just trying to execute it in your voice is a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
I haven't done an Irish accent in so long that I'm trying to remember how
I
to
can't
do
do
it.
accents. That's something I'm shit at.
Hang on, let's see if I
Don't
can
lie,
find my
Rodri.
accent.
You're doing
Yeah.
your accent
I was going to say,
right now.
let me find my South African
Yeah.
accent. I'm like, no, that's not the one. We want the Irish accent.
Interesting you point out the
I
South
can
African
do a
thing,
South
actually.
African accent, but it's gonna border on.
Go on now, we gotta hear it now.
insensitive.
We gotta hear it now. Oh, okay. If you don't want to be insensitive.
No. I mean, like, I could in theory do one. I don't actually have one. I do. Like, I could in theory attempt it, or just border on.
See,
you
I
know,
had so
probably
many
racist.
South African teachers that I actually just it like I managed to pick it up in my head, and like just I can feel myself doing it right now. That this, you know, I can hear my teachers in the back of my head right now going, "Hey, why do you go on your phone? You have got to do your bloody work, man. Take your bloody phone off and go do your fucking work."
Was that Aussie?
No, that was
Wait,
South African.
Oh,
Did they say fucking?
No, sometimes they'd come a bit close to it, but.
Nice.
Was that
Yeah.
in New Zealand?
I went to an
Australian
all
accent?
boys school in New Zealand. And
Yeah.
teachers, look, we once had a man get fired because he smacked a pupil around the back of the head, right?
Oh, fair enough.
I went to a shithole high school.
That would get them fired. Yeah.
yeah. Well, it
I'm
certainly
really
would.
trying to remember my Irish now.
On the topic of Corbyn, though, yeah, I did say I felt he could have done more to, like, I guess, appeal to the right wing and, like, bring them around slightly and maybe say, you know, you're hurting, I get that, but there's a better way, you know, that kind of thing. Just an
bit of it, yeah.
invitation, if you will, but yeah.
Oh, you're
Well,
running
I've
out
just
of
been
time.
sitting on
Lucas.
that for 10 minutes. I wanted to finish that.
No,
I'm like
that's-
Sheldon
Aw.
Cooper in that regard. I just need to.
I'll
think
have to.
it's really bugging
Think
me
you're
because
out
I'm
of time.
I'm trying to remember how to do my Irish and I haven't done it in so long, and it's like I can feel it in the back of my throat, but I'm like, no, if I say that, if I launch it now, it's not going to sound right.
Not
No.
gonna lie to you guys, like, I have been mistaken for either a French person or an American person.
I can understand the American one because you say Z instead of Z. That bugs me, by the way, but you know.
Do I?
Do you say Z? Really?
Do I say Z?
Like Spyro, you've
You-
seen the part here, this scotch mixed in
you-
with the cheese
you-
balls. And I
You've
always
said
kept
Z in
on
the
it.
past anyway, so.
It's probably like I do say Z.
Z the Insomniac.
It really depends on where the Z is being used in context. Like, you know, for me as
Looking around.
as an ALT here in Japan, I
As a what? Sorry.
an ALT, an assistant language
Assisted
teacher
language teacher.
Oh.
Yeah.
in Japan, right? We are teaching the kids American English, so I have to say
is that
Z.
why you have American English set as the default of the Juicy Square home, like,
Oh, is it?
language-wise?
I didn't know you could really set it to anything, but okay. I thought it was just that is English and that is how it's supposed to be set. I don't know if there was any settings about it.
To be fair, it does. It's not just you. It bugs me when I like get a computer and it wants to default
Yeah.
all my spellings to American.
Like in Microsoft Word for me
Yeah.
as well, it does that.
Yeah, that-
Yeah, and it's like,
does
for
bug me
goodness sake,
too.
this is not how you spell the word.
Yeah, everyone knows organization
Ooh,
is spelt with an S, not an S.
Nice.
Spyro,
Yes.
check out this cool cave I found.
Organization.
It's organization. Remember
Hang
that.
on. Which is the American and which is the British one? S or Z?
Hey,
Z-
Spyro.
Z is the American spelling.
I know somebody who would like this game. The
Oh.
Crystal Popcorn
I've
Fiend.
used
Ha
the
ha
word
ha.
organization with a Z, I think, on
Yeah,
the
that's
wiki. I think.
To be honest, I agree
dear.
with American English in terms of like words like that,
What about
because it does
colour?
sound like a Z. It doesn't really sound like an S.
What about colour being having no U in it? Like,
Yeah,
Also,
isn't there it's like the crowds at color or something
I remember
like that?
Alex Zane did an excellent quiz show of that. You know who Alex Zane is, right?
Yeah, I think is he
No.
the comedian presenter guy? Yeah,
He was on Balls of Steel, but he did like prank quiz shows.
he looks a bit
Nice
like
one.
Russell
He
Brand.
did that
Solid to
pretty
say.
painlessly.
Yeah, I did like, but let's see how the next one goes.
I'm just gonna say, I like this where he just says, "Here's an orb. I've been holding it out on you."
Yeah, so he's been transparent for once.
Yeah.
Unlike
Is that
the-
what he's keeping in that backpack? He's not really putting popcorn in there, is he?
Ready when you are.
No.
He's keeping something
didn't
in
want-
there.
It's a few orbs, a dirty magazine, and a
Yeah.
bag of weed.
I can just imagine though. I can just
He's
imagine though
definitely a
that
stoner. Come on.
Yeah, he is a stoner.
I like to imagine that backpack is just chucked to the brim with orbs, like just holding
you
out
missed
on
it.
you.
Yeah.
I've just had a bloody. So, you know that moment where you say something and a song pops into your head? Do you guys know that bloody song from Family Guy? A bag of weed, everything
Oh.
fell with a bag of weed.
I don't really watch
That's
Family
just
Guy.
pop-
No, but that sounds like.
So
You say you don't watch comedy.
I
No,
don't
we-
watch that comedy. If you can call it.
Well,
Animated
comedy
adult
in the
comedy?
loosest sense. Like, I think a lot of Family Guy's humor stems from what the actual.
McFarlane.
It's the when Lois's ex-boyfriend shows up because he's black and
Oh, Jerome, yeah.
yeah, and Stu wakes up and he's like, "Oh, I'm so out of it. Wait, are we being robbed?"
Oh,
It's just
yes, I seen
what
that clip recently.
This orb. I guess
Yeah.
you earned it.
There was context behind that. Roger mentioned that, not the show.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Well, yeah. Oh well.
Don't worry about it. You're too innocent. for us.
Maybe. Well, actually, I would say we'd paste a clip in, but I don't want to get
I'm
copyright.
gonna exit level. Not gonna go to the poll.
Oh. Not the old school way.
Level. No. Sorry, politics. And for that, I get pushed into lava.
Yeah. Now this is something a Scottish person would do.
See, that's the sort of thing we do in New Zealand.
So that is the only one that is Scottish out of this Irish landscape.
Yeah. To be
Fuck
fair,
off,
that's a very
Marcus.
Casey thing to do as well. Like, I reckon he'd, and then you'd go to him the next day, being like, Casey, why on earth did you do that? He's like, what did I do again? You pushed that guy in lava. Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
Kind of reminds me of that episode, The Simpsons,
Feel bad, we're like
where
talking a lot about him and he's not here.
it reminds me of that episode of The Simpsons where Homer was like, I'm going to hit Lenny in the back of the head tomorrow, and he does it the next day.
Oh, yeah.
For no
Hit
reason.
Lenny in the back of the head.
I sent that to Roger recently. To say that
Oh yeah.
this is what I say whenever Marcus says anything stupid. I'm going to punch Marcus in the back of the head.
It also links to SpongeBob as well, because Sandy did a similar thing where she just, after SpongeBob made like a remark to like Gary, calling him a lady because he was his snail race coach, and he was just like laughing about it, like, I called you a lady. That's just that's just the thing that we coaches do. And then it cuts to Sandy, and she says, I don't know why, but I think I'm going to kick SpongeBob's butt tomorrow. And then at the end of the episode, she does it.
See,
Oh, man.
I've just realised if
You were
those,
so suited for Quickelodeon.
if those fawns in Magma
Oh,
Cone
that's true.
were in fact Irish rather than Scottish, it'd be a different case. Like you'd be pushing him into lava, right? And Scottish, you just push him in, be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
He'll live.
just push him in. He'll be.
And it's just, if it's an Irish person, they'll push him in, and they'll be like 5 minutes later, be like, "Oh, I gotta fucking go to church and fucking repent for this." And forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Oh, it's all right, Claire. You just need to do 3 Hail Marys.
3 L,
Oh wait, Away
Tree.
with you, my son. You'll be fine. You don't need to do any more than 3 Hail Marys. You'll be fine.
Now that is an Irish accent, not like mine.
Yours is definitely very Scottish, yeah.
Yeah.
A very
Thanks very much,
Scottish
Lucas.
Irishman. I want that to be my album, name of my first album. A very Scottish Irishman that's actually Welsh.
I just can't get.
No, I
over-
don't think I've ever been mistaken for being Scottish. I've been mistaken for being English, which I'll admit when I was younger,
Point you.
fuck me off.
Oh, that is very
And in
British
fact,
of you to say.
people still do it. Like, in fact, somebody did it in one of the 99 races. And I keep thinking, was it him? And I'm like, no, I don't think it. Because I keep thinking back and I'm like, was it Fisher? And I'm like, no, I'm sure Fisher picked up that I was Welsh, but he was like, oh, he's like, you know, I don't think he was presuming where I was from in Wales, but he was like talking about like, was it, you know, like, and I said it was Swansea, and he was like talking about Cardiff and that sort. And I don't think he presumed I was. I'd have to go back and watch the race. Somebody somewhere presumed in Square to Charge that I was English at one point, and it was like, no. That's the name.
Welsh.
Kiwi Dragon, you know? It's meant to be.
Dragon! Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense. I thought it was to do with Spyro. Oh, I'm so dumb.
Do you know the thing is, people have come up to me and said, is the dragon thing Spyro? No. Is the dragon thing because you're a scaly? No, it's because I'm fucking Welsh. And that's legit. Like, I've had that question before, being like, is it because you're a Spyro fan? Well, yes, but no, that's not
We all
it.
call you Kiwi though, so I guess
You
it's
do, but
easy.
that's because I'm like, don't call me Kiwi Dragon. It's too fucking long.
Yeah.
Like, not gonna lie.
I
yes.
do it for formality on YouTube because there's probably 1 million people on YouTube called Kiwi, most of which who are probably not even a Kiwi. I mean, to be fair, you know, I'm not a full-blooded Kiwi myself, but
Although
the thing
I
is,
interestingly forgot that a couple of weeks ago when we did
What,
your
did I?
episode. Yeah, I was like, oh, 3 out of 4 of us are European. And it's like, wait, no, 4 out of 4 of us.
that's right. Yeah, for
Oh,
us, yeah.
yes. I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
Too
I mean,
old.
to be fair, we were talking about accents today, me and my partner, and she said to me, she's like, you've got an accent, but she's like, the problem is, your accent is not like mine. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And she's like, well, I was born here, and I said, yeah, you were, but you got bloody English in you, haven't you? She's like, yeah, but I haven't been to England. No, I said that's a fair point. But she says to me, no, she said, you've got an accent, and she said, but the problem is, you sound like you're fucking posh. And I said, well, anybody who knows me knows I'm the furthest fucking thing from it.
Well, I mean, I think she's got a bit of a point. I mean,
She probably does.
She does have a lovely sounding, like, Kiwi voice, though.
Do you know the funny thing? She actually came in when we were talking today about all this. We were talking earlier on about all this stuff to do with Square to Charge, and she said to me, she said, "Hey, why did you get me to say Danta in that one race?" She still didn't. She hadn't quite. Like she remembered. She's like, I was like, do you not remember why I got you to do it? She's like, no, you woke me up at whatever time it was. She's like, you told me to do it. She's like, and then I left the room, and she's like, you told me what it was, but I forgot. And I said, right, okay. I said, what it was. I said, we was talking about how Hannah, Midnight, for those of you watching, would often go and talk about Danta, and of course you guys loved the way that she said Danta. And of course, you know, I said to her, I tried to do an impression of Hannah's accent, realised that my impression was monstrously shit. And I said, right, hang on a second, I'm going to go fetch Caitlin. I can't get Midnight, I can't get Hannah, so I'm going to go get the next best thing. So I went and got Kat, and I said, right, I need you to come into my office and just say one word into the microphone. And she looked at me like, am I going to get cancelled for this? And I said, no. And she's like, right, okay, what is it you
what a
need me
lovely
to say?
tune.
I said, just go to
Yeah.
the microphone and just say Danta. Just say Danta. And she walked in, she said Danta, and then today she's like, so why did you get me to say it? And I told her that story. And she's like, "Oh," I said, "Yeah, you've already become a bit of a name now because you've been willing to go along with a bit." Because that's just the kind of fuckery that we get up to. I said, but the fact you've already endeared yourself to doing it straight away, I'm like, yeah.
And now she's been immortalized in this LP.
She's been immortalized in this LP. She's been immortalized in the Quickloading Grand Finals. She'll be immortalized probably by this point in Supercharge. So, yeah.
It'll be on our epitaph in many, many, many years to come.
Epitaph. She was member at one stage, yeah.
I'll be on my epitaph, to be fair. I was a Square to Charge founding member, as well as a business owner.
Now
See, I've always just thought my epitaph would just say, he was a prick.
It reminds me of, you know, like, when Rodri came up to Scotland, that fun fact ties into this as well. Like, we went to like a gaming cafe, obviously, and yeah, like you know, he came up with the idea, like Rodri did, that maybe we should do one for Square to Charge. You know,
yeah,
and it all ties back to that, and I thought it was a pretty good idea.
Oh yeah, like the gaming cafe
Like
would
arcade,
literally be called Square to Charge.
You madman? Are you going for a second lap?
No, I'm doing the skill point.
Oh.
I think there was a goal in like a speedrunning tournament we all did called ISGP. That I think one of the goals was to do this 10 times.
But why did it not work?
Jesus Christ, I'm getting a feeling that.
Oh, there was also
field now.
There was,
no, you have to do it again now.
I don't know. I did it 3 times. I thought.
No, that was actually 2
yeah,
laps.
2.5.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
No, 2 of our friends, Alice and Noelle, once did a race, and literally Noelle was ahead for the whole thing, and her and Alice both kept messing up on this goal, and the goal was to get the skill point, like finish with getting the skill point in Spyro 2. And Alice was like super close to getting it, but missed the gate at like the 3rd lap and had to go around again. Because to trigger the skill point, you have to go through the power-up gate. Yeah.
I noticed that she's been doing 14 talisman runs recently.
Yeah. She's also been working out. Looks really good. Martin,
know that.
you lucky
I
guy.
have no clue who you folks are talking about.
Oh,
I am lost in the
I'll send you a
conversation
picture.
now.
Oh no!
No. Well,
You
anyway,
just, Alice Luck. Anyway, yeah.
I think we should talk some more about this level, actually, because I don't think we had a really chance of talking about it.
Sorry, we're talking too much about the word dancer and Kiwi.
Very haggis this level.
And women working out, yes.
This is Connor's least favourite level in the game. He also has to point this out. And Marcus's OK level in the game.
Wait, is this level Doncaster now?
Yeah.
We've moved from Scotland to Doncaster.
Downcaster.
Downcastle.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, Janin Juice.
And Reignited, it's basically Scotland now, which it was always originally meant to be.
Fracture Hills, twinned with Doncaster.
So I think what everybody would like to hear is what is a person from Scotland's point of view on this level and the accents that we hear.
Very English accent, I have to say, yeah.
Well, the Fawns are definitely not Scottish. I don't know what they are.
Do you feel happy they tried to make a Scottish level for you? You specifically, Lucas?
I'm happy that they went with the whole bagpipes thing, because I didn't think of anything more Scottish than that. You know?
Yeah. Let me ask you this then. Do you feel the voices were more Scottish here or in Reignited?
Reignited, definitely, yeah. Like they made the accents are very English in this one, which is interesting.
See, it's the opposite because, and once again, here's the trope of bringing up Spyro 3. Although usually it's Rodri doing it, not me.
I know. Stealing my bit, Kiwi.
I'm stealing your bit, indeed.
the answer.
not Magma Cone. What's the one I'm thinking? Molten Crater. The accents in the original sound very. Are they supposed to be Australian in that one? I think
They're Australian and reignited.
Oh, there's Australian reignited. Sorry, but they sound closer. Like they should be in reality New Zealand, because like that sort of thing. You know, what do they call them? Tikis.
Yeah.
Tikis.
Yeah.
No, they're not really a huge thing in Australia. They are a huge thing in Maori culture over here, especially
really?
with tikis. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So like, which is why, you know, a lot of people, I remember reading once on Reddit going, why do these guys sound Australian and not Kiwi? And I'm like,
Why don't they sound like Kiwi?
That's a weird wall there.
well, they won't sound anything like me, but yeah.
I don't know if we should do that. I don't know if we should do the Alchemist, because there's no point.
What happens if you say
Is
no
that you say
to
you
him?
don't want to do it?
What happens
No,
if you
can
say
you say
no?
Can you say no to it?
Yes, you can
Oh, you
say no.
can say no to it, but the thing is, like, you know, is there any point? Because we're going to be coming back
There's
here
no
anyway.
point doing it, but let's see what he says when you say
Just
no.
to him. Yeah.
Because I don't think not many people have actually heard him say no.
I'd like to test it
When you
out,
say
it.
but the Earth Shapers out there have made going out a bit difficult. Could you kindly offer me an escort?
No. No.
Okay.
Here.
I'll be
No.
waiting
But
here.
here.
But Hunter will be very
I don't know where that
angry
came from.
with
I'm
me
so
if
sorry.
I don't get a potion to him
I see.
soon.
What does he mean when he says escort? Because, you know,
Look, wee man,
He
it doesn't
says
make
this.
sense to get him out if we can't, if I don't have head bash. So, and even when you do get, although it might be interesting, like, because if I do the challenge, like, Hunter does have different dialogue actually. Come to think
is,
of it.
is the
does.
blood circulation like
I will-
other...
Okay, I'll give it a go. I'll give it one go because I
the
got
rock-
time.
Is the rock cutting down Hunter's blood circulation? Because he seems a bit more red
I
than
have to
usual.
worry about that too, actually. Is his circulation still in play? Because let's be blunt, maybe we're just at the point where amputation is necessary. Couldn't you
Oh, I
just
should have
get a
said-
fucking key?
I should have said maybe
Or
later.
lock
Oh well.
or something.
I can help you out a little bit. I tamed a few
Have you guys
I
never
love the
heard
idea
of
of saying maybe later, and then her just being like, "All right, then maybe someone else will come and help," and then it just deletes your save game.
Oh, that should just be it. Like,
Yeah.
Spyro
Oh,
2, but you make
that-
the wrong choices mod.
Exactly.
That wasn't a cosmetic choice. Wow.
Wow, I thought those lines in the wall were detailed. Brilliant.
Absolute mastery.
Wait, there
of-
should be another broken wall. Oh no! Oh, they patched the hole. Oh well.
You know, these
Use the camera.
Avalar, these Avalar builders, you know, they're not known for their dexterity and attention to detail.
Yeah. I really wish for that bit they did just put a bit of wood over it or something to signify, oh, there used to be a hole there, but now there isn't, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they just put that wind effect there.
Flying all the way to Scotland.
Scotland.
Oh no, this
Sorry,
is these are the Channel Islands, like
Yeah, sorry, no, it's another Cadicarus bit. that
or
came
Isle of
into my
Wight.
head.
Or,
It's 3 a.m. and for some reason I've got Cadicarus on the brain.
maybe want to tell us something there, or
I usually watch like some Cadicarus no context clips, usually to fall asleep,
fair.
or any no context clips really, just to fall asleep really. But like at the moment, I think I said this in previous episodes. I've been watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia, so yeah, because it's basically just on a 24-hour loop now.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, it's any time I'm sitting now down with my partner. It's like, right, having dinner with her. Always Sunny in Philadelphia's on. Right, cool.
Yeah.
Putting the TV on so that we have something to fall asleep to. Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
And there we
Wake up
are.
in the morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh shit! Why the fuck am I hearing Danny DeVito?
Gulp's Overlook, except it's a hole in the ground, so not much to
Underlook.
More
look
like
at.
Gulp's Underlook.
Really,
Yeah,
It's a
It's
bit
a
of
really
a question
stupid
of
name.
how high we really are, because if it's an overlook and we're going down, like we must be like what millions
We're
of feet from the
pretty
ground.
bloody high.
yeah, like you know, I mean, if you think about it, you can't even see the ground from where we are. You know, that's how high up we are in the sky. Like,
It's like
Well,
Gulp's
what-
Overlook, more like Gulp's Undercarriage.
If we're not on
Yeah.
the ground, then what is the grass area outside the castle?
well, no, so we're on like
it's-
a cliff or something, but we can't see the ground beneath. You
Yeah.
know where we are.
It could just be some of that, fake grass that they just put in for decoration.
yeah.
I get you.
You know how people be when they build these castles. I'm the same. If I won a lottery, I'd build a castle. I'd put some fake grass down. Fuck
Some
mowing the lawns
astroturf,
ever
maybe.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, some astroturf. Good on
Yeah.
you. Never need to get a lawnmower again. Petrol? What's that? Oh,
Exactly.
actually, no, it's only petrol for the car. Never mind.
And with that, we're going to wrap this part up. If anybody's got any parting words, feel free.
It'll be my turn next. Woohoo!
Hail
Woohoo.
Scotland!
I think for my parting words, I'd just like to point out that I actually began a challenge at the top of this episode to not say anything about the wiki, and I did actually fail it because earlier on I mentioned that I had accidentally misspelt the word organization with a Z instead of an S because I've apparently become Americanized now. So, yay.
Well,
Welcome to the US of A.
so Kiwi's American,
Yeehaw!
Spyro's Welsh, and yeah, I've been
Apparently,
bobbling.
I'm
See you later.
French.
He's French. Do a French, you know.
Oh.
I thought.
Oh,
I
there
thought
we go.
Kiwi was gonna do the "This has been
Au
a
revoir.
disaster." That's what I thought he was doing.
Well, I didn't think this had been a disaster. So this is the anti-disaster.
And
And on that,
I don't know what that is.
on that note, what a great ending.